You're 35, you have a job, maybe even a decent one, a roof, a phone, food in the fridge, and yet, every night before sleep, a voice whispers, "You were supposed to be further by now." Not louder, not aggressive, just certain. And the worst part? You can't even explain what further means. You just know you're not there. That voice isn't intuition. It isn't truth. It's a neurological glitch built into your brain before you were born. And today, we're going to dismantle it, piece by piece. Your brain doesn't measure success in real terms. It measures success against a script, a timeline it wrote years ago. Psychologists call this the expected life narrative. By 15, your brain had already drafted a rough blueprint. Graduate by 22, career by 25, marriage by 28, house by 30, made it by 35. You didn't choose these milestones. They were absorbed from parents, from movies, from every story society ever told you about what a successful life looks like. And here's the neuroscience. In 1997, neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz discovered something called reward prediction error. Your brain doesn't generate satisfaction from what you have. It generates satisfaction, or pain, from the gap between what you expected and what you got. When reality matches expectation, dopamine flows. You feel good. When reality falls short, dopamine drops. You feel like a failure. Not because you are a failure, but because your brain is comparing your real life to a script written by a 15-year-old who had never paid rent. The script was never realistic, but your brain still treats it as law. But the invisible script is only the first weapon your brain uses against you. The second one is far more destructive because it hides inside your phone. In 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger proposed social comparison theory. Humans don't evaluate themselves in a vacuum. They evaluate themselves by looking at other people. This is hardwired, evolutionary, unavoidable. For 200,000 years, your comparison group was small. 20, maybe 50 people. The village, the tribe. People whose lives you could actually see. The struggles, the failures, the full picture. Now, your comparison group is 8 billion people, filtered through the most sophisticated highlight reel ever engineered. A 2018 study at the University of Pennsylvania found that limiting social media to 30 minutes per day significantly reduced feelings of loneliness and depression. Not because social media is inherently evil, but because it systematically distorts your reference frame. You're not comparing yourself to reality. You're comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. And your brain can't tell the difference when you see someone your age with a bigger house, a better job, a perfect family. Your anterior cingulate cortex fires, the same region that processes physical pain. Your brain doesn't think, that's a curated image. Your brain thinks, I'm falling behind. Every scroll is a microdose of inadequacy, and by 35, you've scrolled through a decade of it. So your brain runs on an outdated script and a distorted mirror. But there's a third mechanism that makes 35 the exact age when it all crashes together, and it's biological. There's a reason this crisis hits hardest around 35, and it's not psychological, it's structural. Neuroscientist Daniel Levitin at McGill University documented a critical shift in brain chemistry during the mid-30s. First, dopamine production begins to decline, roughly 1% per decade after 30. The same achievements that gave you a neurochemical rush at 25 barely register at 35. The The promotion feels hollow. The milestone feels empty. Not because it doesn't matter, but because your reward system is literally losing sensitivity. Second, the brain shifts from exploration mode to exploitation mode. In your 20s, your brain is optimized for novelty, new experiences, new paths, new identities. Everything feels possible. By 35, your neural networks have consolidated. The brain starts favoring efficiency over exploration, familiar patterns over new ones. And this creates a devastating illusion. You feel like your options are shrinking when they're not. You feel like the window is closing when it isn't. You feel like 35 is a deadline when it's actually a transition. Your brain isn't signaling failure, it's signaling a phase change. The same way a caterpillar doesn't fail at being a caterpillar when it enters the cocoon. It just stops being what it was, so it can become what it's meant to be. So your script is outdated, your mirror is distorted, and your chemistry is shifting. But here's what none of that tells you, and it's the only thing that actually matters. Here's what nobody says to a 35-year-old who feels like a failure. You're not behind. You're comparing a real life to a fictional timeline. The script was written by a child. The mirror was built by an algorithm. And the chemistry was always going to shift. None of these are measuring your worth. All of them are measuring your expectations. And expectations can be rewritten. Erik Erikson, the psychologist who mapped the stages of human development, called the period between 35 and 65 generativity. Not decline, not crisis, generativity. The stage where humans stop asking, "What can I get?" and start asking, "What can I build? What can I leave behind?" The people who thrive after 35 aren't the ones who hit every milestone. They're the ones who stopped measuring themselves against a script that was never theirs. You were never supposed to arrive by 35. You were supposed to begin. Same brain, different chapter. The failure was never yours. It was the script's. Burn it. Write a new one. If this reframed something you've been carrying, subscribe. Because every week, we decode the psychology behind the feelings nobody else explains.